with a 3.5 millimeter hook. We are going to do 1 single crochet in every other stitch and 2 single crochets in every other stitch. So to start with, we've got this one that we did, and then we're going to do one more. So that one has 2. And then this hole is going to have 1 single crochet. And the next one will have 2. And 1. And then 2. And then just keep alternating single crochet and increases all the way around. The last stitch is going to be 1 single crochet. And now I'm going to switch to a bigger hook. I'm going to go with a 5 millimeter hook. And now I'm going to do 1 single crochet in the back loop only, all the way around. So we're going to start right here and do a back loop only single crochet all the way around. Continue that all the way around. Now we're going to do one more row of just single crochets with 1 single crochet in every hole, in every stitch. Starting here, and now we're not doing the back loop only, we're just doing a regular single crochet. You can probably start to turn your walls up at this point. That's what the back loop only is for, so you can flip the walls up. So continue the 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way around till you get right back to where your first stitch in this row is, and this is row 3. Okay, finished the second row of single crochets. So now my walls are really taking shape. And now we're going to do a row that I don't know if it has a name for this stitch. So if anybody knows the name of this stitch, if it even has a name, I would appreciate you putting it in the comments below. So to make this stitch, insert your hook to your next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to go down to 1 row below. Well, actually it's technically 2 rows below. So that very first row that we did, we're going to go into this spot right here. And we're going to go into all of those spots with our hook, and then yarn over, pull through, bring it up level to your row. There should be 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3. And that's what we're going to do for every stitch all the way around. So the next one is going to go into this space right here, and then into this space. So it's going to go just angled slightly to the stitch in front of it. So if you're looking at the row, this next stitch is where you're going to start, but then you're going to kind of back up to the one before it and go into the base of that stitch. Oops. And that is what we're going to do all the way around. Go through. Keep dropping it. And continue to do that all the way around till you get right here, and then I will show you what we're going to do here. Okay, technically I am back around to the beginning of this, but what I'm going to do, because I don't want there to be a space like this between the 2 twisted stitches, so even though this is the first stitch in that row, I am going to put another twisted stitch in there just so it closes up that space. And then I'm going to start the next row. So this cording can be sort of shaped. It's very malleable. So if that's what you're using, it's very rope-like. It almost has the texture of a clothesline rope, which can be moved a little bit. So the next row is going to be just single crochet stitches. And you're going to do 1 single crochet stitch all the way around. To just continue that around. Okay, so when you get to the end of each row, you need to just kind of figure out where your last stitch is going to be. So I'm looking at this, and since I have a twist stitch right here, I want a single crochet to go on the top, kind of to the side of that. And the reason is because now we're going to start doing our twist row again. And since you need to go to the side a little bit with your twist, if we come into this next stitch and then come down, it's going to go right there, and then there won't be any space. Where if we stopped here and tried to put a twist stitch here, then we don't have that single crochet to twist into. It's going to overlap right there. And if you put a single crochet here, then when you came here to do your twist and come down, you would have this space right here. So that's where you're going to figure out where your stitches end each time. You just want to make sure that there's no space between the stitches. So now we're going to repeat the row where the twist stitches are, row 4, and just keep doing your twist stitches just like you did before. Just going to repeat that row 4. And now when you look at that, you can see that there's not going to be a big gap here. And then when you come around with this row, you're going to want to put a twist stitch right here and have it come down into here so that there won't be a gap here. And that's what you're going to do. You just continue to repeat rows 3 and 4. 3 being your row of single crochets and 4 being your row of these twist diagonal stitches. So just keep repeating that until you get the height of the basket that you want, or until your cording runs out, whichever one you choose. And I'll catch back up at the end. Okay, I'm at the end of my pink. I've done 2 things of pink, and I'm making a really large basket for what I need. So what I'm going to do is a color change, and I'm going to add brown to the top. If you do a color change with this stitch, do the color change at the beginning of the single crochet row. And the reason is because you can see right here where when you do the twist stitches, you can see the single crochet row between the stitches and it'll show through. But if you start with the single crochet and then come back and do the twist stitches over it with that color, it'll make it look like a solid row. So to do the color change, I'm going to put my hook through the loops, not the working loop. This is your working loop. I'm going to put it through these loops, and I'm going to take the next color and pull it through, and as if it's the working loop now, and then take the pink and pull through. And then now your next color will be on the top. And before I cut the pink, I don't want the pink to come unraveled. So I'm going to do a couple of stitches to lock it in. I'm going to get all those nice and tight. I'm going to start my single crochet. And now I'm going to cut the pink. And I tied a custom tag where I just took some of the rope, put it through the hole, and then brought it to the other side and made a knot. So I'm going to try to weave in the tail of the brown and the pink. And now just keep going around just like normal to your single crochet, and then start back and your stitches should pick right up and these will all be covered. Okay, I've got my basket to the height that I want, and now I'm going to do a slip stitch in every stitch all the way around, going in both loops. Do your slip stitch kind of loose. Just continue that all the way around. Okay, I'm done with the slip stitch. I'm going to cut my yarn and weave in my tail. The reason that I made the basket so large is because I'm going to put this base for a 4-foot Christmas tree into my basket. And I wanted it to completely cover. So that's what I used that for. My basket is 10 inches wide. And about 9.5 inches tall. That's a very large basket. It took 2 full skeins of the pink and just about 1/4 of the brown.